Welcome to the world premiere of Building, Unleashing Endless Potential. It's a documentary of challenges, but even more so, it's a story of toil, perseverance, and ultimately, triumph. Be prepared to be moved by the struggles and to be inspired by the successes. Take your seats. The journey begins now. The statistics are real, and they are frightening. Close to 25% of all boys are struggling in the mainstream school systems. 1 out of every 4 students is not being successful, not in the classroom, not with their friends, not in their day-to-day lives.
I was diagnosed with dyslexia when I was in 1st grade. School was horrible for me. It was a nightmare upon nightmares. Davening was one of the hardest things for me. I couldn't even learn Mishnayos.
He felt like, I can't read, I can't learn, I'm not good at sports. What is my role?
Learning didn't come easy to me, especially in 7th and 8th grade, starting to learn Gemara.
My father was nifta when I was 9. I did what I had to do, but I didn't feel like a connection with Baruch Hu.
I had a very hard time learning. I could have learned, I keep on reviewing. I just wasn't able to remember it. I could be questioned about it afterwards. I wouldn't remember a thing. I had no cheshek to learn.
I was hopping around from Mesivta to Mesivta. I didn't feel like I was growing and maxing out to my potential.
I was this hyper kid flying around, couldn't go to shir, didn't get along with others, couldn't really listen to authority.
When a student is unsuccessful in academics and Gemara and Chumash and Mishnayos, if he's not doing well academically and socially, it becomes a problem because he's no longer in shir as much. He's no longer connecting with other Bachrim. He's no longer necessarily having that close-knit relationship with his Rebbe. How does a person function like that? How does a person move through his day with any hope when he has year after year after year of failure?
Some of these kids are very bright, very smart, and very with it. They see things differently than you see them. They see things a little differently.
Our system is built around academic success, and the child who's not academically successful, either because they have a unique learning style or because they have a unique thought processing style, they struggle profoundly in innumerable types of ways.
When he realizes that he's not being matzliach, and when he's struggling, till he starts to look elsewhere, there's a very small window of opportunity.
Two veteran mechanchim decided that they could no longer accept the status quo. They envisioned a Mesivta in which every single bacher could thrive.
There was an all too common problem that I faced, was that when it would come time to go to Mesivta, these bachrim who did have struggles and did have challenges would have a hard time getting into Mesivtas. We're talking about bachrim that b'nei Torah, bachrim that b'nei Aliyah, bachrim that wanted to be in Yeshiva. The agmas nefesh that I felt when I saw their struggles to get into Yeshiva and how difficult it was, drove me to a point that I felt I have to do something about this.
One evening, Moshe Elbon called me up and he said, I have something very interesting to ask you. I do not expect you to respond, but just don't hang up on me. We spoke about the concept of helping Bachrim who for whatever challenges they have, they're not getting what's offered to them in the yeshiva system that we have today.
It's not a problem with the yeshiva system, chas v'shalom. It's a problem, it's a challenge that we have Bachrim b'nei Torah, that their needs are beyond what the yeshiva system can offer. There's a significant percentage of Bachrim in the 9th grade class, every single year, every single yeshiva across the spectrum, who look like Bachrim, talk like Bachrim, their brothers, their parents could have been alumni, they're fantastic Bachrim, they're in the yeshiva, they're in the shir.
but they have a struggle. But 9th grade, they sort of survive. They somehow tread through shir. When it comes to 10th grade and chavrusas start developing, they have a very hard time getting chavrusas. Nobody wants to learn with them because they don't know what's going on. And then in 11th grade, they're chewed up and spit out of the system.
This is the story of that yeshiva, Mesivta Shaarei Adirim, a Mesivta that would open up new possibilities within the yeshiva system forever.
A place like Shaarei Adirim is essential to Klal Yisrael. They give boys a chance to be successful using their own unique set of skills that their Rebbeinu Shalom gave them.
Shaarei Adirim offers a regular yeshiva curriculum, regular sdarim, but at the same time, Shaarei Adirim takes the initiative to focus on what this bocher's niche is, what is their unique talent that the yeshiva can capitalize on, and give the bocher a sense of importance, give a bocher a sense of success.
We're not taking the talmid and putting him into a system. We're taking a system and making it work for a talmid.
Being able to look at a bacher not as one-dimensional, two-dimensional, looking at him as the person that he is, a sophisticated human being with all the needs, strengths, and weaknesses, and be able to provide simultaneously every single need that they have.
Shaarei Adirim takes a data-driven, multi-dimensional approach to all areas of learning.
Whether it's music, learning an instrument, acrobatics, learning to do a back handspring, photography, resistance training, Krav Maga, Safras. When the Bacher is learning things that none of his friends are doing, when he's accomplishing real successes, real achievements, then he begins to believe in himself and he sees that he has tremendous koiches and he's developing them.
Once a bacher sees that he can be matzliach in one area, he then has a push to try to be matzliach in other areas. Shaarei Adirim gives the bacher the I can mentality. There's no such thing as I can't in Shaarei Adirim.
Looking back on my 4 years in Shaarei Adirim, I gained a tremendous amount. One of those things being, a tremendous kesher with my Rebbeim there, Rosh Yeshiva, Rosh Mesivta, a bunch of friends.
I learned art skills, I learned how to play guitar. There was a personal trainer who I would work out with, and that helped give me an outlet as opposed to just being bored during, long Bein HaStarim.
Now, for what you'd see me davening for the Amid, you wouldn't know that I had dyslexia. You wouldn't know that I had a hard time davening. Davening is like my thing now. The Rosh Yeshiva called me in once and we were discussing how I'm doing so good in class and I might be even higher than most of the class. And I'm like, well, that doesn't make sense for me. I'm always lower. I'm always used to being lower. It never came to my mind that I was on the higher level. It's crazy and how much this place gave to me. It's crazy.
He found Safras, and when he went to the event in September of last year, he wrote like 20 lines of the Sefer Torah by himself, and all these big wealthy people were coming up to him and he's like, I'll be your shliach. And he wrote letters in the Sefer Torah for him, and at the end of the night he said to me, Abba, this was the best night of my life. And I said, oh wow, I guess, yeah, because the first time in your life you were in a room with 100 people and you could do something that they can't do. You were successful at something that they weren't able to do. You felt like you found something that you were able to be good at and you were proud of yourself.
If someone would have told me that I have learned Rutufah Seder 3 hours, I would have told them that's impossible. But I came to Shaarei Adirim, they taught me there's no such thing as I can't, and now I've gotten over 3 hours of Rutufah straight.
They built me in many ways with their electives, their extracurriculars, their English, davening.
They helped me grow and succeed in learning, being comfortable in saying the Gemara and Shir, and helped me make friends.
My original outlook was if something gets too difficult, move on and come back to it later if you have time. After 2 years of Shaarei Adirim, my outlook was more like if you have difficulty on something, sit in it for a little bit and it will come to you.
I came to Yeshiva and I started Safras, I started resistance training, and day after day, I would finish the growth initiatives. I would feel good about myself, and I would tell myself, wow, I'm able to do this. I could do other stuff. I could sit down and learn. I could go to shiur. I could get along with others. I realized that these growth initiatives help me and help the others grow as a person.
Without all of what they did, I don't think I would have nearly the amount of confidence and the amount of drive to steig and grow in every single aspect of everything in life. They really showed me what I can accomplish, and that I want to do anything I really can.
The impact of Shaarei Adirim is being felt throughout the country.
Shaarei Adirim is serving not only for Chicago students, but children across the United States. They're doing a fantastic job.
Through the 7 years that Shaarei Adirim has been around, we have been able to take boys who have otherwise not been able to really fit into the yeshiva system and bring them through these 4 years and bring them to places where they never would have had to imagine they've been to before.
They provide the kids with different opportunities that allow them to realize that they're good at something. That they'll find, wow, I never thought I could write 10 columns in a Sefer Torah. I never thought that I'd be able to build my own desk. I never thought that I'd be able to learn a Mishnah. I never thought that I'd be able to daven for the Amud. And they give them these opportunities and they say, wow, if I could do this, then I could sit and learn a block Gemara, I could learn the Tosfos, I could do anything.
Having these amazing successes every day of Bachrim who finally can stand on their own 2 feet and say that they're capable, say that they want to grow, they want to achieve, they want to continue on, they have hope again. It's amazing.
The results are clear. You see where these Bachrim end up going to after they finish Shaarei Adirim's years. It really sets them up for life in many, many ways. Every single year, every single Zman, a Bacher could look back and document the growth that he has made. Ashreinu Atayu Chalkeinu, that we're able to be a chelik of these Bachrim's success. We are so proud of them.
Instead of crushing their talent, you build a talent. We're building the next generation of successful people, successful B'nai Torah.
It's overwhelming to realize the schus of being able to start the yeshiva, the schus of Mesivta Shaarei Adirim.
So how exactly does Shaarei Adirim do it? How do they build successful B'nai Torah? Let's take a peek into the heart of the action to watch and learn in real time.
Today we're going to take you on a tour as we go through the yeshiva and we show you what is behind Shaarei Adirim's tremendous siyata d'shmaya and hatzlacha that we've seen.
We'll show you around the shurim, the other growth opportunities. We'll show a bunch of activities that we do. We'll try to give over an overall picture of the yeshiva. The focus is 100% of hatzlacha in each individual.
Every aspect of our day is thought through and structured so the Bacher should have hatzlacha. Beginning with every day schedule laid out, step by step, from when chakras ends, to when breakfast ends, to when shiur starts. Structure is an integral part of their hatzlacha. It gives them grounding and footing as to where they are and when they're there.
A Bacher that feels good, his core strengths are worked up, he feels like a mensch, he walks like a mensch, he learns like a mensch, his whole mensch becomes a mensch.
Hatzlacha in shiur and success in the academic classroom is achieved with a team of professionally trained rebbeim and staff who, through a partnership with Torah U'Masorah, are constantly furthering their expertise with weekly professional education classes. Shaarei Adirim staff are able to integrate both individualization of classroom instruction and strategically designed schedule structure to further the success of every single talmid.
I see the kids coming from the first year all the way at the end, and I see how they get empowered, they get stronger, they get more confident every day.
It helps build confidence with walking around in the street by yourself. It helps with overall thinking clearly.
The overall Bacher benefits in so many areas from Krav Maga in helping his physical, which is his ruach, it lifts him up. He feels good about himself, and then he's able to overcome other challenges as well. We are now in the art room where our Bachram are able to develop their self-expression, where they're able to develop discipline, and they're able to develop a work ethic of putting in long hours.
Music room was a very large element of Shaarei Adirim. It's mastering on a professional level how to read notes, how to write notes. We have vocal lessons, we have voice lessons. There's so many different things that come through with the music room.
Feels like I have something to give to other people can enjoy. It builds my confidence. I feel good about myself now.
You feel glad that you're a part of something.
It gives confidence, it gives connection, it gives a sense of teamwork.
When a Bacher learns to play an instrument on his own, and he has that self-accomplishment, but then he's able to turn that self-accomplishment into a group accomplishment, and he's able to synchronize and to play with others, it just brings out so many aspects of self-growth.
Welcome to the Safras room in Shaarei Adirim. The room really doesn't need much of an introduction. It speaks for itself. The incredible power, the incredible ruchniistic aliyah that a Bacher feels when he takes part in the Safras program. And he gradually goes from step to learning halachas, to cut his own feather, to move up to Megillah, to move up to Navi, to eventually take part in our own real Sefer Torah. It is an immensely and powerful initiative and a growth opportunity for our Bacher.
It builds him up. He realizes he's part of the Messiah of Klal Yisrael, that he's continuing the chain of Torah Shebiksav. And once a Bacher realizes he's a chain of Torah Shebiksav, when he comes to the Gemara, he also realizes he's a living example of Torah's chain of Torah Shebal Peh. And he treats his whole learning experience much differently.
It's something that inspires people from outside of yeshiva and people who are in yeshiva to try and work hard and be successful in what they want to do.
So as you joined us through the journey of Shaarei Adirim, and you see all the opportunities that Bacherim have to enable them to further grow and excel academically in Gemara, in Mishnayos, in Tefillah, in every venue in life, all these opportunities give the Bacher the emotional grounding, the foundations that he's a guy that can do it, a Bacher that can do it, a Bacher that's successful, and the success that he feels in any of these opportunities that we have witnessed, carry them through and keep on growing, and they snowball and snowball. And we look back at our alumni, our graduates, they're proud, standing, successful B'nai Torah. And it's such a nachas to turn around and see Kenai Nahara Bacherim coming out, graduating, continuing on life, and be able to build on all these opportunities that we're able to give the Bacherim here in Shaarei Adirim.
What you have seen here is what the Ner Yisod Rosh Yeshiva Rav Aaron Feldman Shlita told our Bacherim, that you're a symbol to the entire world of what a Bacher can do if he says, I want to do it, I can do it, and the Rebbeinu Shalom will help me to do it. And Baruch Hashem, we are being zeicha to see that they are doing it.
Anyone that takes part in helping this yeshiva, in building the next generation of B'nai Torah, is building Doirei Doiris.
These people should be supported so greatly. What they're doing is fantastic. Really doing the job that we all have to do that job.
In the schos of supporting this Makom Torah, Mesivta Shaarei Adirim, we should be zeicha to only see kinderlach, generations, happy, healthy, successful, contributing members of Klal Yisrael in any way they can.